What's going on, guys? One, love out to everybody. We got UFC 322, Della Maddalena versus Makhachev, guys. Predictions breakdown here over there in New York. 6 p.m. Eastern, 14 fights in this card. Before I get started though, guys, hit that thumbs up button. I want to see if I can get to at least 20. I mean, last week card I got 13, which is great. A little more than usual. But try to get me up to like 20, 25 would be great. Like around that to be great too. I appreciate the love you guys are sending out, all the subscribers that's coming in, and the old subscribers too that's been there. Enough respect out to everybody. So yeah, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out my Patreon account for all the face-up prediction and prop plays, and you can also donate to my PayPal account, guys. All right, let's fly through this real quick. But before I get started though, it's a pay-per-view card. It's a good card. A lot of, high-level fighters are in here, like Shevchenko, Zhang, Islam, Jack, Sean Brady, Michael Morales, Leon Edwards. I mean, the card is stacked. It's a stacked card, right? But that being said, I always keep a positive vibes, and we always speak positive words because positive words create positive outcomes, right? But some things, can be out of your control at times, and sometimes these cards here, it could give problems, kind of like a disaster, right? So a lot of people could fall off at the last minute. Could be some kind of strange robberies. And just overall crazy card in the sense of upside down in a kind of way. Like anything can happen in a pay-per-view card, especially pay-per-view cards. Always something happen, always. And it's usually people fall off and just some crazy robberies here and there, right? So keep that in mind, depending on what you're doing with the plays and my picks, all right? If you're doing it for fun, it is what it is. Just enjoy the card, right? Like I said, a lot of good matchups on this card. And we're going to fly through this. I feel a little better about this card than I did with the last week one. There's just some of the cards and some of the guys are kind of hard to read, especially when they're coming from Contender Series. On the road to UFC guys and stuff like that. A lot of these guys kind of green. But they're skilled still, but not that experience. It's kind of hard to put a read on them, you know what I mean? But we're going to, do a little better with this one. And let's see what happened, right? Malcolm Wellmaker was supposed to fight City, but City fell off the card. So they got Cody Haddon, who's a pretty good prospect as well. So, like I said, this card is stacked. A lot of good matchups, right? First fighter, we got Makhachev versus Matheus Camilo. Borralho here, I'm reading from my notes here, guys. I always take notes, right? Decent striking, right? But, he hasn't been looking too good with the striking. He's good with it, in his early fights, looking nice and everything, even on the, the Contender Series against Chris Duncan, but as moments go by, he just hasn't been looking too good. It's very low volume. He's becoming more hittable at times. Even against Chase Hooper, who's not a good technical striker, it's like outstriking him. The reach and height plays advantage as well, right? But I don't know. I don't know if it's a decline thing going on because he's been losing some back-to-back, lose one, win one kind of vibe. Losing to people like James. James Lantop going to split decision, what I mean? James is a tough dude, though. But it's just not a good look here. He can also get submitted. They usually get, hit and hurt. Then he goes to the ground. Or you can take him down and get him a submission. He's just been struggling to get wins. And he struggled to get wins against lower guys as far as the competition is concerned, And I feel like he's not that durable as he used to be. He gets hurt easy, Get flash knockdowns. He can get knocked down and submitted. He just doesn't do enough in the fights. I mean, as far as I can see. Maybe he'll do better in this fight, 8-6 record. Against opponent Camilo. Camilo is very explosive, man. Can swing wild at time, but he's quick. We'll look for a takedown. We'll mix it up. We'll also gas out. You get tired in the fight, like he did in his last fight against Gabe Green. He basically gassed out in that fight. Pushed real hard in the first, came in second. Kind of like just, just gassed out, and he got submitted. He wasn't really defending the choke. let me see here. His path of victory is pretty simple for this guy, man. I mean, if he just like push takedowns, like we say with with Borralho, you can take him down. So that's the thing. And you can submit him. You know what I mean? But with Camilo, he probably doesn't want to push such a high pace because he can get gassed out. And with Borralho will close the distance and work the body and keep the pace on you. But I haven't been seeing that much pace from Borralho in a long time. He hasn't been really keeping up that pace. Like he consistently work the body, and uppercuts, and work the head. He's like usually working the body. But I haven't really seen that much, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I just feel like Camilo has more room to improve. And with Borralho, I just keep seeing the same thing over and over again. And it's getting worse. So I'm going to go with Camilo for the win here, guys. But this one, I'm not confident in it. And zero confidence, actually, because Borralho could win. Because with Camilo, he's not that experienced. I feel that Borralho have more experience, what I'm saying, even with the striking. But I feel Camilo is just more well-rounded. So I'll go Camilo here by submission in the second round, but zero confidence because Borralho could come in here and look different. He could, but man, he just hasn't been, dude. He just hasn't been looking different at all, man. You know what I mean? It's just pretty much the same thing over and over again. So I go Camilo submission second round, but we never know, Anything is possible in this game, man, especially in a pay-per-view card. The 8-6 guy, I mean, anything is possible, man. He could pull a win there, But I got Camilo by submission in second round. Next fight here, guys, we got Baisangur Susurkaev, I think I pronounced that right, versus Eric Makhachev. Shirokov here. I'm just going to say Shirokov. I know I probably pronounced that wrong, but it is what it is. Shirokov is a pretty good prospect guy. I'm just trying to find my notes. This guy is pretty good, man. I mean, I like what I see from him. He's well-rounded, skill, can take this fight anywhere. He's a good prospect. I mean, as far as I can see, he goes towards you. He look more for your weakness and then more exploit that. So if he knows that you're not good on the ground, then he take you down. If he knows that you're not a good striker, then he strike with you. But he walk into fire though. He will walk you down, put a pace on you, and keep the pressure on you. He's like he walks and plays around too at times. Kind of like bob and weave inside and just pop you up a little bit here and there. And he has a nasty flying knee in the pocket, which he catch a couple of people with that. I'm pretty impressed with this guy, man. I like him from the Contender Series, and Eric Nolan fight was pretty good as well. This guy is pretty skilled guy, man. He's a good prospect. He's a good prospect in my eyes. Against Eric has potential. He's a very explosive guy. He's also well-rounded. But, man, I just feel that, with Shirokov, I know I pronounced that right. I'm going to pronounce Susurkaev. With Susurkaev, I just feel that he's on a different level, dude. There is guys that are decent and, maybe in a medium level, guys, they have low, they have high, like high level. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Shirokov is high level, man. Eric is like medium kind of low vibe. And I can see a knockout in this one. You know what I'm saying? I say Shirokov by, I say KO TKO, man, in that first round, man. Because with Eric, he can be hittable at times. And he will walk into the fire, but he will throw down too. And sometimes, with Susurkaev, he can get hit. But he's kind of like bobbing and weaving and kind of he's kind of shelling up a little bit, make the punches slip off of him. So he's not really taking the full impact. Kind of make the punches roll off the shoulder. But I like Shirokov. I must say Shirokov by KO TKO in that first round, and it could be by flying knee, guys. All right. So right in straight on the pocket, come right in. Eric come forward and he just flies him the flying knee. So first round KO TKO. Next fight here, guys. We got Angela Hill versus Fatima Kline. These fights are kind of mixed up because they changed the arrangement of it. So I had to like look through the book to find where all these fights are. I have like Hill at number 6. No, at number 6 they have Malcolm Wellmaker. So they changed the arrangement. Hill here, Hill, I don't know, her last fight, she kind of looked like she's slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. It just comes, you know, with moments, right? You've been in there for a long time, you know. A fight against Luciano, you know, she was getting taken down in that fight. She was getting outstruck. It could be a slight decline from her. But, again, she's fighting, you know, female that are, you know, I guess on the younger side, and the age is a number, but these females are like, in like 23, you know what I'm saying? They got a brand new body, brand new organs, you know what I'm saying? It's like not much wear and tear in them, you know? With Hill, you know, a lot of wear and tear, you know, she's been there for a while. You know, took some damage here and there, you know? And, you know, it just comes to that point. So, what I see from Fatima Kline, with Kline kind of a 3-inch reach, which she's going to be rangy in this fight. Striking is pretty good. She mixed up the boxing with the kicks, punching with the kicks very, very well. Have like a Muay Thai, kind of like a karate kind of base on her, the way she throw her technique, very elusive, very unorthodox. She has good BJJ too. I believe she's a BJJ champion, a grappling champion, I believe. Rangy, you know, moves well in there. I see she does touching up Hill in the fight. I don't know if she's going to finish Hill though, but strong possibility she could. But I got Kline. I must say Kline by decision though. And you know, with this fight I say 50-50 because you never know with Hill, because Hill is still experienced, and you know, we always sometimes count Hill out and she comes back and win the fights. You know, so you know, you don't really want to count her out. You know, but I like what I see from Kline. I feel like Kline is pretty well rounded and her striking is pretty decent. I mean, from what I've seen, right? She mixes up the techniques well. A lot of good combinations that she fires on the pocket. And with the Hill is, from what I see from our last fight, she was getting hit a lot and she was getting taken down. And with Kline, like I said, coming from more BJJ, a lot of grappling matches under her belt. So, I mean, she can even look for takedowns in this fight. So, that's why I say Kline by decision, guys, okay? Yeah, I see a lot of grappling matches there. So, she's pretty good on the ground. She's pretty well-rounded, dude. I mean, I like what I see from her. Next fight here, we got Chepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini Part 2. So, a lot of rematches. Not a lot, but I think there's 2 rematches on this card. This is one of them with Chepe and Pat Sabatini. This fight can be a very close one, guys. Chepe's a dog, though, man. When it comes to Chepe, the guy is there. He's not going to give up. He's well-rounded. He will come to fight at a high pace, push a high pace forward, look for takedowns. His takedowns are good. I feel with Chepe, Chepe is more well-rounded. With Pat will come in there and strike, but can get touched up and knocked down, can get knocked out, I believe. So he resorts more to his grappling, you know, to his submission game, which he has 12 by subs, which is very good on the ground. So usually when he gets on the ground, he usually lock up heel hooks, rear naked chokes. So you know he will look to more usually strike him, to more set up the takedowns and look for the submissions on you, and that's what he does. Or he just go for the takedowns and just chain wrestle, just grind. But Chepe is good on the ground though. Chepe got good ground defense. I feel Chepe is more well-rounded. Chepe got better hands, better striking, in my opinion. The last fight, Chepe won by split. Let me see here. Like I said, Pasapatini can get knocked out. Has 3 by knocked out. Jose can get knocked out too. Chepe can get knocked out as well. So it's a close fight. You know what I'm saying? Chepe won the first fight in way back in different organization. Where was that at? Way back in VFC, Victory Fighting Championship 60. I like Chepe, man. I just feel Pat, you know, he has a path to victory if he can get Chepe down, but I feel Chepe would just defend that because Chepe more well-rounded. Chepe would, he would defend the takedowns. You know what I mean? So, and then they fought before. So, I like Chepe. I said Chepe by decision, guys. But I'm not confident because it's a close fight. Both guys fought before, so they know what to expect. So, all right. Next fight, we got GM3 versus Kyle Daukaus. Gerald Merchant. Gerald Merchant here, man. Looking for that fight here, guys. Yeah, Gerald Merchant, he can be one-dimensional at time. Sometimes his striking will look a little better than usual. But it's just usually just like hittable, and just doesn't look good on the foot. If he can, lock up a takedown and then get you to the ground, look for submissions, lock up something, then he gets you. Usually when he gets you in a submission, he got you. Because these guys have a lot of bad submissions, over 20 odd submissions, right? But, man, it just hasn't been looking good at all, dude. And the striking is just, I feel it seems like sometimes it's getting better, but it's like, in some fights, it just looks not that great at all, man. I'm like, it's getting worse, right? With Kyle Daukaus was in UFC. He left and came back and looked pretty impressive. He works on his hands. His boxing got better. His whole game got better. Even his physique got better. Has improved. Like I said, went away, came back, tightened up a lot of things. I feel like he's more well-rounded. He will look for the submissions also. Mostly look for the submissions, and his striking is kind of getting up to that level. He looks for finishes now with the hands. So he was more submission kind of dude, but now his hands are kind of matching him with the submissions. Believe he has like 4 by knockout, but he has a couple submissions though, probably like 12 or something, or 13 or something like that. 2 by submission, 11. Two by knockout, 11 by submission. Gerald has like 20 odd submissions, man. 29 submissions, dude. Damn. I like Kyle though. Kyle, he got the speed, timing, the precision. He's looking good. Gerald is like slow at the movement. It's like very slow at the movement. He just, each fight, from the Brad Tavares to the Michael fight, he just looks worse. He looks slower and slower, man. So I gotta go with Kyle. I say Kyle by KO TKO in that first round, guys. All right. Next fight, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Hudden. Malcolm here, man. Malcolm is a skilled dude, man. He's a skilled prospect as well. But Hayden ain't no joke. Or Haddon ain't no joke. Malcolm packed power, raw power. Been looking good, 3 inch of height and 2 inch of reach, which is massive in this fight. So he's gonna have the range and the height and the build. His frame is gonna be bigger. I think Cody gonna be the smaller guy in this fight, and Cody taking this fight on short notice. Let me see here. Like I said, this guy's athletic. Kind of has like a Joshua Van vibe to him. With that power. Slightly still kind of green though at times. I'll check out some of his older fights because he's just been knocking out people lately. He's been knocking out everybody, so you don't really see much of him on the ground. But check out some of his old fights, and he does have a ground game. His takedown defense is not bad. He will scramble back to his foot. He will also take you down too and look for submissions as well. So his ground game is not bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, when you see a guy knocking everybody else, you probably think to yourself, man, I wonder how his ground game look. But against Cody though, Cody's a grinder though. Cody will mixed up with the wrestling. Striking is not bad, very aggressive, straightforward, a lot of pressure, a lot of volume on you. Chin can get high at times, but he also has a boxing amateur record of 6-2. That's Cody. So Cody got a boxing record of 6-2. Like I said, he's crafty, grindy, chain wrestles, will push a high pace. But then the frame of Malcolm, I was kind of looking at picking Cody, but the frame of Malcolm and the reach and the power for Malcolm, I don't know, man. Malcolm touches the guy one time, it's gonna hurt him. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can finish Cody though, which he probably can. But Cody is very durable. Cody fought Steve Urchik way back in Eternal MMA 60, which that was a pretty close fight. But it's just the frame, man, of Malcolm, man. I don't know if Cody probably could get him down, but he's gonna be pushing hard to get him down. You know, I mean, I know his technique at the end of the day, but Malcolm is also a skill. It's not like Malcolm can't stop takedowns, dude. I mean, if you look at I'm telling you, Malcolm legs, his thighs, it's like it's like well built up. You know, it's just his body, his upper body, his frame is just freaking massive, dude. Now Cody is gonna be the small dude in there, dude. It's like, but I don't mean that the small guy can't be the big guy. I'm just trying to explain to you. It's not really about that. It's really about the technique. But if one guy like Malcolm has those techniques also, can defend takedowns, it's boxing, power, skill guy, moves well, athletic, explosive, and then the guy that is fighting has the same kind of attributes, but smaller, you know, it can play an issue there. So I'm a slide towards Malcolm, but Cody's durable, dude. Cody can take a shot. But like I said, if you look at how Malcolm frame and everything, power. So that could be something where Malcolm probably could finish him, but I'm gonna say Malcolm by decision though. All right. For me, it could be a close one, so I'm not confident. I'm not gonna sleep on Cody, because Cody, like I said, I feel is pretty good prospect as well. All right. Next fight, we got Evan Branchfield versus Tracy Cortez Part 2 or Cortez Part 2. My bad. So these guys also fought before. This is the second fight I was talking about. That's second rematch with Erin Blanchfield here. Erin, her striking is so-so. She is hittable. Doesn't take her head off center line. Kind of stutter steps a lot. Will grind with the wrestling. And will push a high pace, get you tired, and come back and beat you in the later rounds. Right? But she can be one-dimensional though. And runs into shots a lot. She's gonna have the 3-inch reach though. But I said these guys fought before, and Tracy won the first fight by split. I feel Tracy is more well-rounded. I feel Tracy's hands has gotten better. Her boxing got way better. So compared with the striking, I feel like Tracy has a better striking. Tracy also has the wrestling. Fought before. Tracy won by split. They both fought Rose. Erin Blanchfield beat Rose, but in the first and second round, I believe, later in the second round, Erin was losing that fight. She came back into the mid-second and into the third. She pulled off the win by just takedowns, and just like I said, Erin is a person that will stay on you and then make you tired and then come back and beat you in the later rounds. But I just feel that Tracy is just more well-rounded, and I feel they fought before, and then Tracy lost to Rose though, but Tracy took that fight on real short notice, maybe like a week. So I mean, Rose is not an easy fight for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So taking a fight on a week notice is just, you can tell she wasn't prepared for that fight. She's in shape for this fight. She's freaking in shape. Her body, everything, you can tell. It's tone. Her training, everything looks real good. Like I said, I fought before. I just feel Tracy's hands is better. I feel the movement. I feel she's more well-rounded. I must stick with Tracy here. I'm going to say Tracy by decision, guys. All right, still 50-50. Like I said, with women fight, it always happen, man. It's sometimes difficult to choose because it can always go to the other direction. You pick Tracy and Erin wins. You pick Erin and Tracy wins. Or you pick Fatima and Angela Hill win. Only two women in this fighting, right? No, 3. The only fights that are more like, you can say like, like Valentina, Amanda Nunes, usually the high caliber. Most of the time those women will actually win. More the lower level fights, it's kind of you're just not too sure, right? So I like Tracy by decision. Next fight here, guys, we got Roman Kopylov versus G-Rod. Roman Kopylov, skilled striker, man. Sniper, precision of striking, accurate. But will drop the ball. He will also shell up, when you start putting pressure on him. Can also get subbed. He is durable, but can get hurt on the foot. Never been knocked out, but he's been subbed. Doesn't do well under pressure, and that's one thing, man. Once you start putting pressure on him, working the body, consistent pressure, he tends not to let anything go anymore. Like he just doesn't strike anymore. Against Paulo Acosta, mad pressure from Paulo Acosta. Paulo Acosta was just like a punching bag on him. And Roman just couldn't get nothing off. Same thing with Chris Curtis until the last round. And he got a head kick knockout. G-Rod going to probably do the similar thing, but G-Rod is not durable though. Not durable at all, dude. Been knocked out like I believe like 4 times, I believe. But he packed power and will put a pressure on you. You mix it up, go for the takedowns. We'll also look for the submission. But he's a plotter though. He plots and then let his hands go. Not the quickest is going to be in here. But once he start to wind up, the hooks come around quickly. You know, like when he sprints at you, like I say, he plots and then he sprints forward, like he bursts forward and let the punches go, and they come pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Like he lunges in. But, you know, doing that, he can get countered by Roman. So this fight to me is an even fight because sometimes G-Rod loads up a lot. But again, Roman, you know, once you start to unload on him, he tends to shell up. He doesn't like the pressure because he can't let off. Roman needs space to let off his techniques. Once it's in the center and he can let off and set up from the outside, then he's great. Once you start to apply pressure on him, he can't set up like that. He will counter you, but the counters come maybe one. But sometimes it only takes one. And G-Rod, like I said, been knocked out 4 times. And G-Rod is known to get caught and knocked out. So this fight here, even fight, guys. I said G-Rod by decision because Roman is pretty durable, man. It never been finished. So I said G-Rod by decision, but I'm not confident, guys. All right. Let's keep it going, man. Let's see. Next fight here, guys. We got Bo Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira. Oh, man. I have to dig real deep for this one, guys. Because with Bo Nickal, it's still a question mark for me. He's a question mark because he seems to do good against some guys, but more lower competition. And even against like Cody Brundage, he was trying to struggle a little bit, kind of in the first. Paul Craig, like, you know. And obviously Ritter, you know, he pretty much got knee in the solar plexus of the liver, and then he was out. So, I mean, he's got a 3-inch reach in this fight. You know, his wrestling is what he falls back on, you know. He's going to be the quicker guy here, the more athletic guy, you know, from my opinion. Vieira ain't no joke. But, you know, but with Vieira BJJ black belt, we look for takedowns, but sometimes he doesn't get it. Can be slow at times. He is durable. But like I said, he's kind of slow at times, right? So he's like, his timing, the precision of the strikes, he will let it go. But sometimes it takes a little while to get to the opponent or get to the target. I feel Bo will capitalize on that, you know, just kind of like a bully, you know. So this is a fight like Bo should win, you know. The height, and I feel Bo gonna be the bigger guy in here. Against the Ritter was huge in that fight. So Vieira, you know, the only thing Vieira can do is probably submit Bo. But I feel Bo should have the upper hand in here, man. So I'm going to say Bo by decision, but 50-50 because we saw what happened to Bo from the Ritter. And you don't sleep on Vieira because Vieira is not a bad fighter, man. Just that he's a little slow at the movement, kind of plots at time, doesn't really let it go. Sometimes take a while to let the punches go. You know, Bo is going to be quicker, man. Athletic, quicker guy, you know, faster and everywhere. The takedown is going to be quicker. The punches, the strikes is going to be way quicker. And also the bigger guy in there. So I say Bo by decision, guys. Next fight here, we got Beneil Dariush versus Bernard Saint Denis. Beneil here is... Beneil is pretty well-rounded guy as well. He's a veteran, but not durable also. I believe he's been finished like 4 times. And when he gets knocked out, man. Like, he goes out. You know what I mean? It's like flatline. Pillow and blankets. Lights out. 5 times. Oh, man, my bad. 5 times, dude. But when he goes out, dude. Sleep. You know, but he only loses to Armin, Charles Oliveira. Alexander Hernandez, Edson Barboza, Makhachev. So you lose a couple guys, but usually you lose to tough guys, to top guys, right? This is a tough one because even though Beneil been knocked out 5 times, this guy has a good fight IQ. So when he's on, he's on. Like you see, he did to Renato. Went in there and game plan and got the win. Got knocked down in the first round. And also, Beneil is a guy he usually gets knocked down in the first round, dude. It's either you knock him down, usually you knock him down and he recovers, like you see back to back, or you knock him down and he's out. Right? So this one is a tough one against Denis. I feel Denis is a good fighter, but not the best fight IQ. And also, I want to say experience-wise, I feel Beneil is more experienced. Even though you may say, but, Denis fought Dustin Poirier, Renato, yeah, he fought those guys too, but Beneil has more experience, dude. And, he's losing to Elise Zaleski. You know what I'm saying? 2021. The guy in Denis is aggressive, push forward, tough dude. Takes a lot of damage. Striking is suspect at time. Does have a heavy hand on him though. If he lands, he knocks you out. So this fight here is it's one of those fights where Denis could finish Beneil in the first round. Strong possibility, and Beneil knows this, and Beneil's corner knows this. The people that are training Beneil knows that Denis could come in here and put him out in that first, because that's what Denis is going to look to do. So you could say Denis by first round knockout is a strong possibility. Denis will also grind with the wrestling and put a high pace on you. But we see Denis against Renato. Renato was pretty much grinding him out with the wrestling, was taking him out and reversing him. Beneil was all grinding Renato, but you can't really look at that. Beneil was taking him down and having the second round and third round, pretty much beat him by game planning and taking him down. So Beneil, like I said, is a smart fight IQ, and I just feel that with Denis is not the best IQ, and he comes in there just throwing, just going for it. He just whatever. He just throws and then go in the clinch and go for takedown, throws and or he just let his hands go, which is it works. If he catches Beneil with a punch, you can knock him out, but. This one's a 50-50, and I say Beneil. I'm going to go Beneil. I'm going to say Beneil by decision, but zero confidence because, like I said, Denis could come in here and get a first-round knockout. 100%. I like Beneil for IQ, experience, mostly IQ and experience, and also skills, though, because Beneil has the skills to beat Denis. He has the skill. He has the takedowns. He has the ground game to beat Denis. All right? So he has that. He has the ability to control him on the ground like what Renato did. So I like Beneil by decision. Next fighter, we got Leon Edwards, which is Carlos Prates. Leon used to be champion, well-rounded guy, skill, you can't deny him. Took his last fight there against Sean Brady on short notice. Let me see here. But Leon is experienced and skilled guy, man. This guy is a veteran. He's been there, done it. He only lost to Sean Brady and Belal Muhammad, and Kamaru Usman. Claudio Silva he lost to also. Okay. But if you look at his record, and it's not like he's losing back to back. He loses back to back, no, but hasn't been doing that. Carlos is skill. Sniper-like, pat power, raw power, but doesn't have the experience like what Leon has. The experience goes a long way, dude. He has a 4-inch reach, though, and he looks to strike. This is a guy that's going to be more striking than trying to take down Leon. If you see Leon against Brady was just grinding him out. This fight here going to be more stand-up. Leon is probably going to be taking down Carlos, because Leon is more well-rounded in my opinion. And Leon has championship rounds, been there. He guy's a champion. He's been there. He fought tough competition, So he knows what to do. He prepared for this fight, With Carlos, I don't know, man. Carlos is good, man, but man, sometimes it's just difficult to pick him because even though the guys he's fighting, it's not. Neil Magny is a high caliber fighter, but it's not like Neil Magny is more like a guy that he will beat these prospects that are not at that level, right? We'll win some other fights here and there, but at a high level, I don't feel Neil is there, and Jingaling is kind of out. Trevor Gaz is out. It's like Ian Garry shows it. Ian Garry got smart fight IQ, set up a game plan, and then beat Carlos. Jeff Neal, same thing, kind of not really there too much. I just feel that Leon should get this fight. He should win this fight. And against with Carlos, the whole smoking thing, drinking, smoking consistently, dude, that's gonna catch up to you. There's no way, dude, you can be top high caliber fighter and be smoking like that. No freaking way. Your other opponent ain't smoking. He's not drinking. He's not hanging out, clubbing and partying, dude. That's an advantage already. So if you're smoking and drinking and hanging out and partying, dude, you just give your opponent the upper hand on you, because Leon ain't doing that. Leon is training, taking care of his health, eating properly, and there's nowhere smoking anything. So it's difficult to pick Carlos, man, because he just had these habits, certain things he does. Because I know the game, I know the sport, because I've done it, and I am an athlete also, so I know what it takes to be at that level. And if you're there smoking and drinking, trust me, he's gonna catch up to you, bro. You may get away with it for a little while, just after straight athleticism and skills. You just offer your ability because you're just athletic and naturally. You naturally have that athleticism, that natural, skill set, right? But after a while, when you start to kick in and you're just not feeling well anymore, you've destroyed your organs. It's a little harder to put the work in. You feel like you can't catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? Because all that smoke can affect the lungs, dude. It affects everything. It affects your brain. So I got to go with Leon. I say Leon by decision. Still 50-50, because sometimes Leon can get hit on the foot, get hurt, flash knockdowns. Carlos does have that sniper-like. Usually trying to finish a fight in the first round. But I'm going to go towards Leon for this one. I'm going to say Leon by decision. And also sometimes with Leon, he will just kind of shell up also. Like he won't let it go. You know what I mean? And then if Carlos hit him 1 or 2 times, or maybe more than that, you can see Leon's mindset start to shift. And then his corner be like, Leon, don't let him bully you, man. Leon, don't let him bully you. Come on, son, don't make him bully you, man. You make him bully you, so Leon. Leon, don't let him bully you, man. And then you get a whole kind of vibe again, like he did with Ushman. So Leon, sometimes mentally, will kind of break. So that's a thing where this fight, I can see Carlos winning, even though he's smoking packs of cigarettes a day. But he does have the skills. I say he has the skills. I'm not denying the guy. He has skills, dude. He's sniper-like. Moves well, everything. He has the skills. But that smoking will catch up to him, dude. It's just difficult to see guys putting in work, especially a veteran and a guy like Leon who was champion just recently, you know what I mean? And possess pretty much the similar skills, like what Carlos has. Maybe not the knockout power, but the more well-roundedness. I got to go with Leon. I got Leon by decision. But I'm not confident, though. From the same reasons. Leon, don't let him bully your son. Come on, Leon, don't let him bully you, man. Yeah, for those reasons. Exactly. We have seen that. Don't let him bully your son. Yeah. Not in a bad way. Just speaking the truth. I'm not here to disrespect any martial artist or any fighter. I just speak it how I see it and how I witness it. So sometimes Leon does break under pressure. So maybe he may not do it in this fight here. There's only going to be 3 rounds in this fight. So we'll see what happens. Next fight, we got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Sean Brady is also a next skill guy too. Grappling is insane, and I believe his guillotine chokes are like, once he got you, he got you. He's like one of them snakes, so they call them, the pythons. Once he locked that bad boy in, it's over. Against Muhammad, let me see here. Oh yeah, he's lost against Muhammad. He has improved from then. I must say, he just got touched up in that fight. Look, he got hurt or something. And it's like he was gone. It's like he was there, but he wasn't punching anymore. He wasn't firing any shots. He just looks lost. He looked lost in that fight after Muhammad caught him with something. I don't know. Maybe he got injured. Or maybe he was injured in the fight. But I just feel with Morales though, dude. I feel Morales is on a different level, dude. I like Morales, dude. I feel Morales is a skilled prospect, well-rounded, raw power, 2-inch height and 7-inch reach, dude. I feel Morales is it, dude. Massive frame, athletic, explosive, judo background, wrestling. I feel Morales is it, dude. Not taking anything out from Brady. Brady is good. And this could be one of those fights where, you know, Brady got more experience, so experience goes a long way. So you probably say, how come you don't pick Carlos then? You know what I'm saying? Over Leon. Because I feel that, you know, I feel like with Morales has more potential. He has more room for growth. And also from his workouts and what I see him doing, he's not smoking and drinking and all these things, at least from what I see. I mean, I could be wrong. And you look at his skill set, his mental, his preparation is just different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's on a different level. Carlos is on that level, but not like, you know, like a Morales. You know what I mean? So I like Morales, dude. I like Morales for this one. I say Morales by KO TKO in the second round, but I'm not confident because, like I said, Brady is experienced, and Brady could upset this fight. You know, I don't know if, well, I'm going to check the odds after. But Brady could upset the fight, or whoever the favorite is. Brady could pull off the win. It is what it is. And give Morales his first loss. You know what I'm saying? Both of them will be, well, Brady will be 19-1 and Morales will be 18-1. So, but I like Morales though. I feel Morales is the truth. He's a good prospect that potentially going to be champion. In my opinion, in my eyes, I feel he has everything: his mental, durability, skills, the wrestling, takedown defense. I feel like he's a good prospect. All right, so Morales by KO TKO in the second round. Not confident. Next fight, we got Valentina Shevchenko versus Weili Zhang. Shevchenko 125 to 135, unorthodox striking. We know Shevchenko, just skill level, high level, veteran, well-rounded. Only lost to who? Alex Grasso, and 2 times to Amanda. And that's it, man. 2 times to Amanda and 1 to Alex Grasso, a draw, and she went back and beat her. So she revenged the loss. Zhang is coming from 115, so she's moving up to 125. Skill, well-rounded, veteran, unorthodox striking as well. This is going to be a very good fight, guys. I thought these guys fought before, but I couldn't because she's 115 and Shevchenko is fought at 125, 135. This is her first time at 125. The only loss that Zhang has, only loss she has is to Rose Namajunas and some fight early in her career by Boming, but it's really in the UFC only. It's just to Rose twice. 1 head kick and 1 split. This fighter I like in Shevchenko for it. Similar, like how Rose beat her. Shevchenko possesses, I won't say the same striking like Rose, but the techniques that she fires is kind of similar like that. The head kicks and everything like that. The spinning back kick, spinning heel. That's the movement, the timing. You know, Zhang has that too. But I feel Shevchenko does it a little better. And also Shevchenko can get the takedowns. She mixed up very well. I like Shevchenko in this one, man. I said Shevchenko by decision, guys. All right? And this is going to be for... Yeah, Shevchenko is champion. So obviously she's going to retain the belt. So it is what it is. Main fight on the card there, guys. We got Jack Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. This fight is interesting. Because Islam is moving up to 170 from 155. So, yeah. This 170 is... Those guys are frames a little bigger. He could hit a little harder. Jack does hit a little harder. 3-inch reach. Jack more wants to box, though. He will also look for takedowns, but he can also get taken down. And he will put a high pace on you. Pretty much works the body, uppercuts, boxes you. He sits down and he freaking hits. And he's freaking durable, dude. This guy is durable. Like he's there, man. He's like a Chepe. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna, those guys like Chepe gonna hang in there and sit down and may take some shots, but keep coming forward, man. You see this guy's nose how he's twisted. This guy's nose probably broke a couple of times. Never fixed it. His nose hanging to one side, dude. He doesn't care if he gets hit. He's in there to freaking put you out, dude. To put your lights out. Islam in this fight, the thing about Islam is that he's going up to 170. And he's in the last fight here against Renato. Renato caught him a little bit in that first round. And Islam been caught already, I've seen. And also been knocked out way back by Martins. First round knockout. So Islam can get knocked out. Even though he's been knocked out one time. But there's a couple of flash knockdowns in the fights though. But Islam is that Khabib. Has a Khabib kind of style of grappling, the wrestling, the Dagestanian kind of vibe. You know, the Dagestanian handcuffs. Like you hold you down there, you lock up the legs, ground and pound, you beat you up on the ground, rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? Keep that high pace on you, consistent grapple, takedown. But at 170, how is he going to look doing that at 170? You know what I mean? Will he get tired? Because he can't get tired in this fight. He can't get tired, dude. Because if he gets tired, Jack is going to use him like a punching bag, dude. Jack going back him up, walk him down, and use him as a punching bag, dude. He can't. If he's tired in this fight, he's going to be in problem. And if he's in the fight and Jack catches him, Jack could put him out. I'm just going to say that. But Islam will resort to the wrestling. That's, like I said, a Khabib style. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. The Dagestanian handcuff, lock up the legs, lace the legs up, hold you against the cage, punch, and repeat. Probably get you back and submit you. So I'm going to go Islam. I'm going to say Islam by submission in the second round. I feel Islam is more experienced. Different weight class. But if you look at Jack's record, I mean Jack, yeah, he beat Muhammad. Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holly went to a split. This guy, Basil Hefes, he went to a split with this guy, who's 9-5 now. Lost to Urban Elliott. Went to a decision with Mickey Gall. I mean, in his contender series against Luso, he was getting taken down by Luso in the contenders, if you guys remember that. And Luso was like kind of taking him down and then had a little way with him, I believe the second round or so. But he will finish you though, dude. He will walk you down and put you out. Liver punch, straight up counter shots. He'll walk you down and put you out, bro. So Islam can't square off with him like what he did with Renat. Because if Jack hit him, it's heavier, weight class. Like I said, yeah, your frame and being bigger does play a factor when you possess skills. Just being big with no skills, and it's different. You just have a guy that's big, just like, oh, muscles, man, but you don't know how to throw a punch. You don't know how to generate the punch from the feet up. You don't know. You don't have the proper technique, so it doesn't matter. But when the guy has skills and he has the weight behind it and he knows how to use it, it's a whole different game, buddy. Whole different thing, man. They're talking about broken ribs, talking about broken jaw. I'm telling you, man. If you never got your rib broken, then if you never felt what it felt like to get body shot or get liver shot, I've gotten body shot before. And I've gotten body shot by a professional in the UFC. That used to be in the UFC. Put my lights out, dude. Actually broke my rib. Right on the left side. Right up in there, man. Hardest shot. That's probably one of the hardest shots I've ever got in my life. I mean, when I got hit with that, he set up from the jab. He set up a 3-piece. He went 1, 2, and then came under with the body shot. Right under to my left side, but he went up in it, like dig up. Yo, as he hit me, my whole rib just popped out. The whole side swelled up. With the initial hit, everything went white. That was probably my first time I ever got knocked down by anything. I wasn't knocked out. I got knocked down. My knee hit the ground. Everything was all I saw was just white. And then everything cleared up after, and then I could see, and then I was like, I couldn't breathe, couldn't catch a breath, couldn't straighten my body up because the rib was broken. It took a good 6 months to a year for that to heal. Yeah. So even though when I sit up and I like, when I kind of like stick my chest out, you can see the rib popping out, because it's always going to be like that. Sometimes when you break anything, especially internally, the bone's going to mend back in a specific way. Sometimes it gets harder and it's kind of like dense. May have a little callus on it, you know. So it's kind of like sticking out a little bit, like a little more bump, a little more callus on it. You know what I'm saying? So it shows more, you know. So that's probably one of the hardest to get. So if you don't know what it feels like to get hit to the body, frig. I don't know, dude. I think a body shot, getting hit in the head, you don't want to get hit in the head because the brain is there. You get hit in the head, you get damage. You get CTE, your brain can bleed. There's a lot of things that can happen because the brain processes everything. But you get hit there, you can get knocked out, flush, and you just go out. So you don't really feel much until you wake up, but it's still dangerous because you don't want to get hit in the head. But a body shot leaves you in pain, dude, especially when it breaks a rib or you hit to the liver. You know, especially when it breaks a rib, then that can carry on. You know what I'm saying? You can piss blood out. It's like all kind of things can happen. Spit up blood, which you don't want. If you see you spit up blood and things, then you're in problems because that means you have internal bleeding. So I didn't have the internal bleeding, but it took me like a little while to heal up. But yeah, man. But that's it. So Islam gotta be careful in this fight. But I got Islam. I say Islam by submission in the second round, guys. All right. Quick look at the odds here, guys. See what we're working with. See what we're working with. Yeah, that's how we're doing it. Let me see here, man. Cody had it, and they got Malcolm at 162. This fight is an even fight, guys. Even though I said Malcolm Wellmaker has a bigger frame and stuff, even fight because Cody, I like Cody. I think he's pretty good, man. So he's pretty skilled all around. So this fight is even. I feel Malcolm possibly could lose this fight if he can't really get off his punch or probably knock out Cody. It could be one of those fights where Cody could get a split decision because I have it by Malcolm Wellmaker by decision. And usually he finishes his fights, but I don't really see him knocking out Cody. So yep. Arian Blanchfield at 200 and something. Oh hell no. Oh no, dude. I like Tracy, but if it's anything, even fight. But I wouldn't put Arian on 200 or something because they fought before. And what I see from Tracy has improved, especially with her boxing. Yeah, man. So, and Arian is very hittable. Yeah, man. So Tracy as underdog, hey, it's fine. So it is what it is. G-Rod and Roman, G-Rod at 160 something. Nope, it's an even fight too because G-Rod can get knocked out. 5 times being knocked out against Roman, who's a sniper. G-Rod, he likes to wind up his punches. You know what I'm saying? A lot from the shoulder. So when he winds up, he can get countered. And if Roman catches him with something, it could be one punch and he's out. So be careful with this one. Roman can hit. I'm telling you, this fight is an even fight. Roman could win because a guy like G-Rod is not durable, dude. With guys like that who are not durable, you can't have him like 166, 170. That has to be an even fight. It's not like he's fighting a guy like Roman who doesn't know how to strike. Roman knows how to strike. That's his forte. That's his skill level. He's striking. Bo Nickal and Vera. Bo Nickal at 2 something. Nope. Not after his last performance. A guy against Vera who can submit, that can get the fight to the ground also can strike, even though it's a little slower. And like I said, Bo Nickal is more athletic and quicker. Still, even fight, man. Beneil Dariush and Saint Denis, 200 and something for Denis. Nope. Because like I said, Denis could drop the ball, especially when you're fighting more experienced guys. And I feel Beneil is experienced. Even though Beneil is hittable and can get knocked out, be knocked out five times. I believe G-Rod been knocked out 4 times. I'm sorry about that. I got it confused with Beneil. Beneil been knocked out 5 times. Even fight, man. I got Beneil. Beneil is an underdog, but I can see why they're picking Denis. I have Denis at 200 and something. But I like Beneil Dariush but I say even fight. All right. Prates and Leon Edwards. Damn, they got Prates at 200 and something. Wow. Oh man, it's wild, dude. The odds in here are wild. I like Leon Edwards. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I can see why Carlos Sniper like that one shot. Leon Edwards came off a loss. Well, Leon Edwards is experienced. 3-round fights. Could come in here looking different with takedowns. He can implement more of a well-rounded game. You know what I mean? It's just even fight for me. I say it's an even fight. I wouldn't have Prates at 200 and something because he can drop the ball. Yep. Morales and Sean Brady. Damn, they got Morales at 16. Not so bad. Kind of. It may be even at the time of the fight. I can see why. Sean Brady's experienced, but I like Morales though. I feel Morales is a good prospect. I feel Morales has a range, the height, athleticism, the skills. I feel Morales has what Brady has, but more explosiveness, athleticism, and durability. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, I like Morales, but like I said, he's an even fight. A lot of these fights in my eyes are even. So I don't know what they're doing. It's not like these guys like Carlos is fighting like a can. Leon Edwards is not a can, dude. The guy was a former champion, dude. Beneil Dariush is a skilled guy. It's not like he's hittable, but he's skilled. You understand what I'm saying, guys? It's like these guys and the odds are like off. The fight should be more closer. Fighting these veteran skills. It's not like these veteran guys are washed up. These guys are not washed up, dude. Valentina Shevchenko and Willie Zhang. See? Close to even. 130 plus. Okay, you see some sides have even. You see? That is understandable because they're both skilled. Both carry similar kind of skill set. You know what I'm saying? So that's very understandable. Michael Morales and Brady, the similar kind of thing. Carlos and Leon, similar kind of thing, dude. Don't sleep on Leon Edwards, dude. He come back in this fight looking different, more motivated, a different kind of skill, not different skill set, but he may mix up a lot more. Islam and Jack is my 290, 270. I can see why, because Islam is more experienced, dude. No, this is different now. Jack is not as experienced as Islam. This is different. But Islam is going up to 170, and Jack can hit. So Jack has a puncher's chance. But Islam at 290 something, 270, I don't have nothing wrong with that. Because Islam is experienced champion from 155. Jack is not as experienced as Islam. But Jack can hit though. He has a power to put out Islam, in my opinion. So that's that right there. I think that we got more. Damn, they mix up the whole thing. I think this should be the first fights here, right? I think I went kind of. Oh man, I think I went the other way around. It's all good though. Camilo and Makhachev. Camilo 174. I mean, this is a fight where Makhachev been doing the same thing over and over again. Like a decline, doesn't look good. But that doesn't mean he can't come in this fight and look good against Camilo. It's a strong possibility. You know what I mean? He might come in here and just let his hands go. So I would say this is an even fight, and I'd be careful with it. I wouldn't be so high on Camilo because Makhachev could come in here and do something. Susurkaev 1,900. Yeah, man. Like I said, with Susurkaev, man, I'm impressed with this guy. This guy's a very, very good fighter, man. All around skill guy, man. That flying knee, and just overall his techniques, his punches, kicking game, his takedowns, his wrestling. He does everything equally good. You know what I'm saying? Eric is decent at times, but it's a different level. I feel like Susurkaev is just more on a higher level, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hill and Fatima Kline, 500 something Fatima Kline. Woman fight, man. I don't mess around like that. Like I said, always. I like Kline. I feel she's well-rounded. Skill. Striking looks good. Ground looks good. She had a good ground game, actually. But, man, yeah, man. You know, we see this all the time. You know, 500, 600, and they end up losing. And Hill is a prospect. But I feel Hill is on a decline. And I feel Kline should win. So 500 probably doesn't look too bad, but I still be careful because of woman fight. All right. Chepe Mariscal and Pat, perfect. They fought before, kind of close to even. They give Pat the favorite though. But it's kind of close to even though, right? So it probably at the time of the fight is probably going to be even. You know what I'm saying? I just feel Chepe is a little more well-rounded, and they fought before Chepe won. I just feel like with Pat, his victory is more like submissions. And we'll grind, and Chepe got good ground game, right? GM3 and Kyle at 400 and something, man. I don't see nothing wrong with that, man. From what I see from Kyle has improved. He has improved, bro, massively. GM3 looked the same, getting worse. Slower at the punches, slower at the movement. His defense not good. Slower head move. Just he walks into shots, hunts for the takedowns. He will just flop to his back. Kyle will just go in there and sniper him. Faster, quicker timing, position and striking. Kyle, footwork, movement. It's just it's just a no-brainer, man. You know what I mean? Again, GM3 could get him down by some means. It happens. So you can't sleep on GM3, but yeah, I feel like he's just on a decline. So that's pretty much it there, guys. Not gonna keep you guys up anymore. That's the prediction. Some of the odds I feel are off. A lot of fights on here should be even because these guys that are matching up with the veteran guys, they're a skill, but in hindsight, they're not at that level. Like Jack is not really at the level of Islam, but he does have puncher's chance. Willie Zhang and Valentina is different. Sean Brady and Morales, I feel Morales is at that level in skill. Leon Edwards and Carlos is at that level, but I feel Leon is a little bit more, have a little more up his sleeve. You know, a little more veteran kind of vibe up his sleeve. Beneil and Dennis, I feel Beneil is just more IQ. He's just been there. And I feel with Dennis, he's lacking IQ and also the experience. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, so that's it right there, guys. Any positive words leaving for you guys? I don't know. Just keep a positive mindset, man. You know, like I always say, you know, keep a positive mindset. Watch what you speak. Watch what you tell yourself also. So if you tell yourself you can't, I'm no good, which I don't even want to say those words because I know I am good and I know I can and I will and I already have already. So you tell yourself good things, man, and or tell yourself positive things, and positive things will come out of that. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you may be nervous and you can't handle the situation, keep a positive mindset and you will get through it. You know, just say, I can do this, I can do this, I will do it, I have done this already, I got this, man, I got this, yeah, man, I got this, man. You know, kind of boost up your confidence level. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell yourself like, oh, I can't do it, I'm nervous, because then if you do that, then you already lost. You're lost already. Because you're telling yourself that you're nervous and you have some fears here and there, which, you know, fears sometimes can be tricky too, you know, like anxiety and stuff can play a factor. We all go through that, you know. It depends on what you're dealing with in this world that we're living in, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we got to go through and deal with and face. And a lot of times, a lot of us may do some kind of drugs or Xanax or some kind of prescription drugs, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like relax the body in that kind of sense, but you're not really relaxing the body. You're just getting the body addicted to pharmaceutical drugs, which does destroy your health, you know, going long term and short term. So you're better off doing it naturally. So you face it naturally. So no alcohol, no cigarettes, nothing. You just face it naturally. And if you can face it naturally and deal with it, then you're good. You can conquer anything because now you tap into your mental source, you tap into your inner source, and now you can battle anything now because any situation that you put yourself in, you just tell yourself that I will be okay, I got this. And you catch your breath, you're breathing. Your breathing is important too because it's all in the breath. You inhale through the nose and out the mouth and say, yo, I got this, man. This is not going to conquer me because I conquer everything tonight. I know that I got the strength. You know what I'm saying? Nothing going to beat me. Nothing gonna like let me feel any way or make me feel like sad or nothing like that. I keep a positive mindset all the time. I am happy. I am motivated. You know, I'm saying? I will conquer anything that come in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make nothing put me down. I stay strong, stay positive, stay motivated. I know I can. I know I will. And I've really been here and done this already. I'm just going through a process right now. I'm going through a journey. I'm going to face what I got to face and conquer it. Keep moving forward. That's what you got to tell yourself on a consistent basis, man. Or unless you don't tell yourself these things, tell yourself positive things, then negative things will get into you. And then that is how you destroy your mindset, because now you put your mindset in a doubt. Then once your mindset have doubt, then the body will go. You tell yourself you're sick, tell yourself you don't feel good, then you're not going to feel good. You're going to be sick. Keep high vibration, man. And how you do this? Exercise and eat proper food, listen to positive music, do positive things that uplift your vibration. Get that good dopamine inside of you flowing, oxytocin, serotonin. You know what I'm saying? Get that good vibes in you flowing. And those are the chemicals that are healing. All right, guys? Just want to share that with you. You guys keep on kicking. One love out to everybody. And us.